Alright, and I am back to the Sisters of Battle in Gladius, going off of very little sleep. I believe what was going on was, yes, we were starting to siege the Necron cities, and doing quite a good job of it. Yeah, it looks like things were going pretty good here. Now, let's see. St. Celestine, I remember being quite strong. And does she have any abilities to enhance her damage? I don't believe she did. It's going to take me a little bit. It's been a while, and also, like I said, I've gotten very little sleep. So I am having poor memory of what is going on in the game right now. I do remember the Zephyrim were kind of an odd choice for sieging a city, but there are more bodies to throw at them, so fair enough. Let's go ahead and finish off the Canoptic Spider with that Canoness. Expect poor pronunciation and enunciation from me today. Hoo boy. Let's see. The Hospitaliers have already used up their turn. Excellent. Let's see. Okay, I only got 4 units to order then. Let's see. Vespids. Whoop. Okay, let's see. Has anyone got the ability to move? We'll just use you to shoot across the wireweed then. The Vespids will probably fly over it, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Now, the fact that I am sleepy and having trouble putting one foot in front of the other here probably does not matter that much, considering the very strong capabilities that the sisters had, at least last time I played. Now, let's see. Come to think of it, I probably should be zipping around up north and seeing what outposts I can steal from the Eldar, but we'll do that later, because I remember I made the immolator here specifically so that I could stuff a bunch of other infantry in it, and then zip it on over to the other side of the map. Let's see, the immolator has 4 moves. Oh, actually, okay, that's good to know. So the Sisters Repentia aren't really any slower than it. Good to know. We made an immolator. Did we make it? We made an exorcist. Right. It just didn't get to get in the right range of the Necron city. Let's see here. Well, in that case, it's hard to go wrong with the Castigator, because that's just, looks like it's just a standard tank. Let's see, the Retributors, could probably use a few more of those, yeah. We probably want to start going ahead and shoring up our northern front, just in case the Eldar decide to come in. So, I guess we'll make, let's see. I guess we'll make a unit of Battle Sisters. And here in Dominican Repose, let's see. We had... Let's see, we were interested in getting to work on another influence building. That certainly doesn't sound bad. But we are also primed to put in more energy buildings, though it's not very good for it. I'm working in Hospitaliers in Sternsport, aren't I? Right, no, I wasn't working on Hospitaliers anymore, because I wanted to put in the Hospitaliers right here. Yes, is this a good spot for a energy-based city? Are there any rocks here that would take up the tile? No, okay. This is a great energy city spot, then. Let's see. And we will go ahead and put it right there. Boom. And will we bother putting in another one of those Ministorums? No, because this is only going to be a 1-tile wide city, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Now, let's see. Back in Dominican Repose. Let's see. We're probably going to have to start putting in some loyalty buildings here, unfortunately. However, we are out of resources, so that could be a problem. Let's see. What tile can we clear? Oh, we have Imperial Ruins here on the Dominican Repose. Do I want to leave it? It's probably making a fair bit of money from the Commandery and the Ministorum Workshop's outputs, so I won't do that. So we'll just go ahead and skip this city. Okay. Wow, we are legitimately entirely just out of money. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen. 0 requisition. That's funny. I need to set up more of those, apparently. More requisition buildings. Okay, I am curious. Let's see. What is the damage to cities from the Exorcist missile launcher? Because I've never been good enough at reading the stats to actually tell what are the good anti-city stats. Let's see. This is heavy, though, so it's going to do less damage since I just moved. That is a good amount of damage. 15 damage to cities is quite good. If we get an array of Exorcist tanks, we could probably melt cities pretty quickly. Let's pull the Zephyrim back. Do we want to send the Sisters Repentia in? The Sisters Repentia might be able to finish the city off. Hang on, let's see. Let's compare. If we were to attack the city... Let's let the Zephyrum hit first, and we'll also give them the Divine Guidance ability. There we go. And they'll do a fair bit of damage. Is that going to be enough for these Sisters of Pentia to finish the city? Ooh, it's close. Can anyone else move in to finish them off here? Does not look like that's the case. No, wait. Okay, we can get a double Sisters of Pentia. We can get, Oh, this Sisters of Pentia will be able to do it in one turn. Oh, because they're level 6 Sisters of Pentia instead of level 0 Sisters of Pentia. That makes sense. And there goes the city of Hatan Heka. Unfortunate for those Necrons that built it, but good for me. Okay, let's move these Hospitaliers up. And we'll go ahead and have them do a bit of healing to the Sisters. These Sisters of Pentia will be moving over a little bit. These Sisters of Battle, what was I doing with them? I guess I'll explore a little bit to the west. Look at that Necron city up there. Alright, these Sisters down here, I wanted to take this Shard of Vol and also remove this Webway Gate, as the Webway Gate is a potential problem now that I'm aware that Eldar are on the board. I need to give the Eldar another shot. I feel like now that I understand that you need to be going for the Autarch's abilities as soon as possible, that's a pretty big help. At least being aware of what that does. Maybe being a bit more aggressive than I was. I don't remember how aggressive I was in that playthrough. I don't remember being particularly, slow and defensive in that game. But sometimes I tend to forget just how valuable it is in this game to be aggressive and just push and go in there and get in there and collect some heads and collect some outposts. Tend to forget that sometimes. Let's see. Lead the righteous. Death before dishonor. Divine deliverance. Divine deliverance is really good. Let's see. This immolator. Where do we want to take this immolator? Come to think of it, even if the Sisters of Pentia move as fast as the immolator can cover them. So that's quite good. Come to think of it, what might be the smarter choice here, I'll probably move the St. Celestine in the army with her down south. This immolator will probably go and take a bunch of outposts from the Eldar. Because odds are the Eldar don't have anything to match what I've got going in terms of... Oh boy, we need more requisition. The odds are the Eldar do not have anything to match the Sisters of Pentia, I'm willing to bet. Okay, we need more requisition buildings here. So, let's see. What would be a good requisition tile? This was not a super great placement for my city. This is a good requisition tile. I'll go for it. It's funny how Grox Pastures next to Rocks is not a great tile setup for everybody else, but for the Sisters and the Space Marines, it's not bad. Pretty solid. What do the Necrons get out of the Grox Pasture? I don't remember. Alright, we're going to have to hold off on putting anything in Dominican Repose for a turn. And let's see, does anybody need healing? No, not really. The Zephyrum could use a little bit of healing, but they'll be fine. So I won't bust out the Sacral Vigor ability. Oh, well, these Vespids are about to eat a lot of Overwatch. And there they go. Off the board in a single turn. How about that? Well, I guess they took a little bit of small damage from my attack earlier with the other Sisters. Let's see, whose outpost is this? I guess this is Necrons. Okay, the Necrons, I didn't know that the Necrons color was, the Necrons player color was brown. I, for some reason, thought that was like Guardsmen or somebody. Let's see, should I bust out Foul Shoe's Wing? St. Celestine is so strong, she can probably just range off on her own, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's go ahead and... Oh, that's a Necron Lord. I didn't even notice him there. Let's see. Let's then have everybody move up to deal with him, because he's going to be a pain. And, we can finish him off with the Wounded Sisters. And the Hospitaliers will move up to heal these Wounded Sisters, as they need it a little bit more than the Zephyrum. The Zephyrum are more comfortable sitting in the back lines for a while. After all, they have jump packs. Okay, let's see. Order units. Right, the St. Celestine has also picked up a level up. Excellent. Let's see. Saintly Blessed. These are all good abilities. Healing Tears doesn't seem bad. But Saintly Blessings, more damage reduction, that just sounds amazing. Let's see here. Boy, there's just so much wireweed here. Oh, hey! Sororitas Holy Site. Need to get a Hospitalier down here. Alright, let's do a little bit more scouting up north, see what we can take off the Necrons. Meanwhile, we will continue the push north to see what outposts we can take off the Eldar. Which will probably make them mad, but they're just going to have to live with it. Right, we need more requisition, so we'll put that in. Dominican Repose is going to need to wait another turn, I believe, before they can afford... Nope, they can afford a loyalty building right now. Alright, we'll put that in then. I see the Guardians up there fighting an Enslaver. I don't envy them. Oh, those aren't Battle Sisters. Those are Retributors. I thought those were regular Battle Sisters. That changes things. Retributors, that's a little bit more impressive firepower. And there they go. Goodbye, Canoptic Spider. Was that Canoptic Spider sent out to found a new city? It'd be funny if that was the case. Okay, let's see. Can we go ahead and figure out what's going on with this city? No, we need somebody else to push on ahead and take these early shots. The Sisters Repentia can't take the hits. Somebody needs to go in the gate of the city and take those Overwatch hits. Come to think of it, let me check this. The Exorcist is not... Okay, it's not counted as a bombard or artillery or ordnance or whatever unit. The ability that makes it where they can't Overwatch. So he can't... The Exorcist is a artillery unit that can Overwatch. That's fun. Alright, we can finally heal this Sephirum. They've been wounded for a hot minute now. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Okay, and these ladies over here. Is there anything here besides a holy site? Nope. Okay, then we're going to just keep pushing on ahead and taking outposts. Over here. Oh, right, the Canoness. I forgot I had sent her up there to take that. And a Skull Altar. Hey, not bad. Okay, the Immolator will keep on pushing up north. Oh, I see that the Eldar have activated that webway gate. That's unfortunate. Probably going to send some of these Battle Sisters up to... Oh, hey, Chaos Cultists. I forgot those were there. I saw those so long ago, I forgot. Wow. Alright. Anyways, yeah, we'll put down another requisition building there. What's the loyalty looking like in Sternsport? Not super great, but still something that can be worked with. Still something that can be worked with. And I now notice that the city of Sternsport will be connecting to the city of Dominican Repose, so that's neat. Once they both expand fully, of course. Let's see, the Eldar have something going on the west there that is fighting some barbarians. Let's send in the St. Celestine first, so she can take the hits. Alright, how much damage is the Overwatch going to do? Wow, that's nothing. Okay. Well, in that case, how much is it going to take to whittle this city down? I'm not even going to use the Tears ability that she has. What's it called? Healing Tears. Oh no, Lifesteal just made it where she healed all the damage she took. Oh no, that's absurd. You gotta be joking with some of this stuff, man. Okay, the Hospitaliers, they're gonna step up and heal the Retributors. Hang on, because they have a free move otherwise anyways. Okay, the Retributors will contribute their fire to the city of Tanis Ta. I don't imagine a accuracy buff will increase their damage against the city. No, I was dead wrong. Why does an I guess they really need that much more accuracy to hit a stationary object, huh? Then again, I guess Necron Tech is pretty advanced. Who knows, maybe they do have liquid buildings or something like that. It does sound like something you'd see in the Warhammer world. Okay, time to just start slowly whittling the city down with Battle Sisters and things. Don't want to send the Sisters Repentia in, because they'll just take way too much damage. They might just get annihilated in a single turn. The Zephyrim we'll send in a minute. Now, do the Necrons have anything else to defend themselves? It doesn't look like I'm seeing anything across the map. They don't even really have any outposts anymore. So I think it's pretty well over for them. We can send in these sisters over here. They can rejoin the main force and join in the siege. Okay, and contribute only a little bit of damage. They contribute more at point blank. Let's see. Yeah, the Sisters of Pentia could contribute damage, but they won't. Let's have them hang out here with the Canoness. Okay. The Immolator. Let's keep pushing on up ahead. I'm curious what kind of setup the Eldar have up there with that open portal. I'm curious if the AI version of the Eldar will just open up portals for the sake of opening them up as soon as they get access. Or do they only open them up when they intend to build a city? I guess we'll see. Castigator. Yeah, I'll take it. Alright, let's go ahead and shut down unit production for just a minute. Until I get a ludicrous quantity of requisition like I want. Okay, the Castigator can go ahead and start hitting the Chaos Cultist with some shots. Let's see. Now, the special ability is to switch ammo. So, there is the Sanctified Shell, which is a blast. Then we can switch to the Pyre Shell, which is also a blast. Hang on, it's a large blast that ignores cover, but it has less armor piercing. So I'm willing to bet, yeah, the Pyre Shell does more to these cultists. A range of 3 on this? Really? They both have a range of 3. Excellent. Huh. Good to see. Yeah, that's a good unit. It's kind of funny, though, because it's really just a Predator tank. No, it's not even a Predator tank. It is like the tank cannon of... Oh, maybe I'm forgetting what a Predator tank looks like. Because to me, this is looking like a Rhino with just a tank cannon put on top. But come to think of it, I can't remember whether or not the Predator uses the same body model as a Rhino. Not a huge Space Marine guy, as you can guess. But I do notice that almost all of the Sisters' vehicles are built out of Rhino chassis, so... Don't know if that's just a thing for them, or if the Predator's the same way and I'm misremembering. That's a pretty beefy attack by the city. Color me unsurprised. Nonetheless, I can just heal back whatever damage it does, so that's funny. Oh, right. Hang on. So, if my memory is right, so what this ability is what is it? What is that ability she has? Hang on, is it registered as a passive ability? Doesn't the Saint Celestine have where... No, right, the Canoness. Okay, I'm getting things mixed up. I was thinking the Canoness was the unit that caused morale damage when she attacked. And when nearby units attacked. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and do a bit of morale damage. Not too shabby. We probably want the other sisters to move up and make a gap for the Canoness then. While everyone else slowly whittles the city down. But if we could break the city's morale, then that would just be phenomenal. Alright, the Sisters of Pentia, we'll just have them... Yeah, let's see. Skip. Skip. Yeah, the Sisters, the Zephyrim don't really have anything to do, so I won't tell them to do anything. Because right now, I guess I could have them jump in, but they'd probably take a lot of damage. Well, they've got 12 health and 8 armor, so the city probably won't prioritize them. So let's go for it. Probably going to tear down this city next turn, then. Good to see. Glad that we were able to deal with the Necrons without breaking a sweat, really. Because, like I've said before, they are usually my bane. However... that I did beat them so easily, where ordinarily they stomped me, does make me worry about, are the sisters really just crazy strong? What, does Sacral Vigor count for healing vehicles, too? By God, it does. I mean, vehicles have a lot of health, so that's not too insane, but... sheesh. Oh my God, well, there they go. Can the sisters do it? Okay, let's just go ahead and have the Castigator do it. Is this a little peninsula snaking along the side here? Curious. Alright, let's see. Sternsport. Alright, what are we looking at here? We're going to need to expand unless we want to put in more influence buildings, which we're not particularly lacking for influence at the moment. I'd love to put in more loyalty. Always need more loyalty. At the same time, we're not super lacking for it. Apparently, we need to put in population cap buildings, unfortunately, so I'll get to work on that. Dominican Repose, we got loyalty building put in. Ciborium Elegantia, we've put in our energy building that we wanted. And we will be now expanding here to eat this Promethium relay pipe for increased energy output from the city. And after that, I'm going to have to look into putting in a loyalty building or two to deal with the debuff from the cities. Whew, that was a lot of damage. It's causing big morale damage to the Retributors. Okay, well, these sisters are going to go ahead and pull back then. And we'll have the Canoness. Can the Canoness move up? She won't. What we can do here is we can have the Hospitaliers move here. The Canoness is restoring the morale of these Retributors just by being next to them. That's nice to see. Now, these Retributors will go ahead and do not very damaging shots. Maybe because the forest is in the way? I don't know. But either which way, that does quite a bit of morale damage, and we'll be doing more morale damage with these sisters. Right here. Wait, hang on. Okay, it's just flatly -3 morale, regardless of what's hitting them. You can have a pebble thrown at you by, you know, just any, like, a random, I don't know, Warhammer peasant. As long as they're next to the Canoness, it counts the same as for morale damage as if you'd gotten stabbed by the Saint Celestine, apparently. It's just kind of funny. Okay, let's see. Gonna go ahead and have someone other than the Saint Celestine finish off the city. Is this gonna be it for the Necrons? That's it for the Necrons. Alright. Who else have we got left to clear off the board? I know about the Eldar, but who's player 4? Let's go ahead and get rid of this Vespid here. What's going on with this Barbarian setup over here? Okay, they do 0.7 damage to the Saint Celestine. The Saint Celestine has 20% lifesteal. 20% of 15 is more than 0.7. So, for all intents and purposes, Saint Celestine is effectively unkillable. That's very good. That's dirty. That is dirty. Oh, boy. Okay, do we want to bring the Hospitalier down here to check out this holy site? That might be a good idea. Let's see, are the Hospitaliers? The Hospitaliers have already moved, okay. Who hasn't moved? Ah, the Sisters Repentia. Well, we'll have them move up just a tad, but I don't want them to get exposed against anything that would kill them in a single turn. They are pretty well the epitome of glass cannon, as it were. Okay, this Immolator. Let's see. We can probably go ahead and dump out the Sisters Repentia, who will then thoroughly wreck the Enslavers. Are we going to just finish these Enslavers in one turn? Not quite. However, I doubt they'll get away with it if they do steal any of my units. Okay, we'll have the Castigator move up first. It's got the most health. Alright. And let's see. For our cities that need orders, Sternsport, it's time to put in a population cap building right here. And for our research, let us see. Well, there's probably plenty of stuff we could stand to go backwards in research, but first we need to hit Sanctified World. So, let's see. Paragon Warsuits. We're gonna go for Sanctuary Fortress. But Purifying Recitations. Sleep is important. You should do it. Purifying Recitations is a damage boost for all fire weapons, and Sisters have a lot of fire weapons, so that seems quite good. Okay. We're going to load up the Sisters Repentia back into the immolator where they're safe. The immolator is going to ride up here and finish off the enslaver. Excellent. Hate those guys. Love to see them die. Ooh! An old one artifact. I was wondering where that one was, because every time there's an enslaver, that does mean there's an old one artifact nearby. That is the one good thing about them. Alright, Saborium Elegantia. Let's see. We've expanded onto the Prometheum relay pipes. Excellent. Let's see. What's a good tile to put our loyalty building on? Probably a crappy tile like this one. So there we go. Meanwhile, over here, let's see. The Hospitaliers, we will keep moving them down. Let's see. The Zephyrim will make some space here. Their Tributors, we'll keep them moving a little bit. We only want the Hospitaliers and maybe like a single unit of Sisters to come with them. Because we want to get the holy site for its research. But other than that, I'm not worried about there being anything down there, but just in case like an Eldar plane shows up or something stupid like that. Okay, let's see. How often do I get to call down a Heaven Laser? Apparently that often. Well, no reason for me not to use it then. Excellent. And in that case, can we finish off these cultists? Not quite. Let's see. No one here can do it? Oh, the Exorcist can do it. Excellent. And there they go. Now we can send the Sisters Repentia in to start working on the Webway Gate. Oh my god, Sisters Repentia killed Webway Gates in a single turn. That's funny. That's a nice time saver there. Sisters Repentia seem like they might be really good for just rushing an opponent's city down immediately with the absurd amount of damage they do to cities that you would not expect from a bunch of naked, crazy women with chainsaws. Ah, Warhammer. Alright, let's see. Nothing going on with the cities that I need to attend to. Excellent. Don't expect anything from the enemy turn. Haven't seen hide nor hair of the Eldar. Let's see. Oh, there's another Webway Gate. That's curious. They're not building any cities on the things. They're just taking them. Which, speaking of taking them, let's see. We'll go ahead and move the immolator here to take the outpost. Then we are going to go ahead and dump out a Sisters Repentia here, who will do a lot of damage to the Webway Gate, but actually not finish it because she's not that high of level yet. And the other Sisters Repentia will come out and do it as well. And that is one less city the Eldar get the liberty of building. Boy, they seem like they live hard lives. What is that? Sternsport produced a cell service. Right, it's a population cap building. We could probably stand to build another one of those just to get out ahead of any potential future problems. However, I will neglect to do that at this current moment in favor of, let's see. Well, we probably could use more research, but we've got a Hospitalier going out to claim a holy spot for that, so it's not too bad. Let's see. Instead, I may want to, let's see, how many... We've got one Legatine's priority, and it's producing one a turn. We should probably look into putting an airport in. Let's see, the ecclesiarchal reinforcements. Well, let's see, what's a good tile for that? Well, no, I probably should also look into more loyalty, because loyalty is just going to be more and more of a problem as the game goes on. Soon enough, we're going to have researched Sanctuary Fortress, so that'll open up building options for me. Should I? I won't build it there. I'll put it here. Yeah, there we go. And we'll get access to the air units and eventually the Titan that the Sisters have. Now, let's send the Celestine out to explore the Fog of War first. As always, she's so tanky. Okay, are we looking at anything in the Fog of War here? It doesn't seem to be the case. Well, in that case, let's see. Oh, we got another holy site to hit here with the Hospitalier when she catches back up. It's going to take her a little while, though. It's going to take her a while to hit that holy site down there. But it'll be worth it for the research we get, because that means we don't have to bother rebuilding any actual research buildings. Let's see. Oh, a Castellan! I hate Castellans. Well, I think this army, though, I could probably tolerate him a lot easier. Saint Celestine has an Overwatch attack? Oh, wow, the Castellan does so little damage to sisters. Oh, good lord. Oh, boy. Well, there you go, Mr. Castellan. Oh, hey, 2 Castellans. Celestine does not care. She takes so little damage. It's absurd. And she's just going to lifesteal it right back. Like, I could really just send the Saint Celestine in by herself, and she would handle all of my problems. It's bonkers. It's bananas. It's shenanigans. Oh, wow. How much damage does Sisters or Pincha do? Hell, death or glory, I suppose. Hang on. Does anybody have any extra attacks they can store up to deal with that? No, it doesn't look like that's the case. Well, that level 4 Sisters or Pincha may die next turn, but that's the price you pay. Can I kill the Castellan with my Silver Stake? No, it does no damage. Okay. Let's see. What if I give the Lead the Righteous buff to myself? It doesn't really make that much of a difference either. Well, she can contribute a little bit of a shot to him, but it's not much. Yeah, there's a decent chance we might lose that Sisters of Pincha next turn. Because, let's see. Oh, he only takes off half the Sister's health. How about that? I'm more used to the Castellan just nuking my units. I guess I've spent too much time playing Imperial Guard and Tau. Alright, let's see. The Hospitalier needs to get to, yeah, right about... no, there. And who else needs orders? Right, need to hop back in the Immolator. And the Immolator will be heading up north to see... We've got more Eldor, yeah, the Eldor. No, we've got more Eldar outposts to take. Another Webway Gate. Doubt that one's going to be much of a problem either. Let's see, and the Castigator can already start shooting at it. Excellent. And the Castigator can take off nearly half its health with one shot. Amazing. And he's not anywhere close to it. Yeesh. Alright. Do I need to bust out Sacral Vigor on anyone? Maybe these Battle Sisters, but it's probably not worth the influence just for right now. If someone else gets wounded, I'll bust it out. Oh, Cybernetica Datasmith. How about that? Oh, we got multiple Castellans here. Saint Celestine, it looks like it's a job for you. And maybe the Canoness. The Canoness will sit comfortably behind you, as will the Exorcist. Because with the assistance of the Canoness, you will do morale damage, and morale damage is good. The Sisters of Pincha will just hang out in the back here. The whole army will just move up slowly. Don't want to make the entire wave of Castellans mad, because that's never good, even if they don't do so much damage to the Sisters as they do to other units. Okay, we're about to finally take this holy site. Let's see. Oh, can you store people inside the Castigator? No, you can't. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. And the Castigator will be able to finish off the Webway Gate in a single, and only 2 turns with the contribution of the Heavy Bolters. Alright. Let's go ahead and take this Grox Pasture. Can't turn down 2 free requisition. Meanwhile, let's see. Both of our minor cities are ready to put in another building. Dominican Repose still needs another loyalty building. No shock there. Ciborium Elegantia is going to need another loyalty building as well. So we'll be putting in one there. And it doesn't look like there's anything else. Oh, the Cybernetica Datasmith has made the wise choice to expose himself. That's cool. And naturally, he's immediately morally broken by the Canoness. That is quite the nice buff. Okay, the Exorcist has now taken enough damage for me to justify busting out the Sacral Vigor. Boom, there we go. Okay, let's see. How much damage can we do here? Not too shabby, not too shabby. We're going to want to finish off the Data Smith first, but can somebody finish him off other than the Saint Celestine? Let's see. Because I prefer that the Saint Celestine hit the Castellan instead. Yep, okay, we can finish him off. Oh, those are Retributors. I thought those were sisters. Ah! The unit icons are rather similar. I'll get used to it in time, though. I just gotta get used to the fleur-de-lis going on the side there. Okay, and we're going to be able to go ahead and wipe this Castellan out in a single turn. Excellent. Who else has moves left? No one of note. Okay. Okay, now... Oh, the Canoness hasn't moved either. Okay, we'll move her up. And she can level up as well. With the Righteous Judgment ability that she can put on an opponent to make them take way more damage. Nice. Hospitalier, can we... Oh, we're still not going to be able to get that Holy Sight for another turn. That's annoying, but we'll live with it. Okay, the Immolator. Move on up the hill. There's another outpost right there to take. These sisters... The Eldar don't really have anything camped out here holding their outposts, huh? They're just kind of leaving them in the breeze. Not a super wise decision. Alright, let's tear up this real estate here. Okay, we can get our first plane, our first fighter jet. Though we're not making enough energy for me to be particularly comfortable with it. Okay. We will go ahead and wrap the turn. Let's see here. We've got Enslavers. However, I have a strong feeling that the Enslavers won't stand up too well to Retributors, and that feeling was correct. Very nice. Now, let's see. Yeah, okay, what are they called? The Zephyrim. That is such a difficult name to remember. The Zephyrim will be able to more or less finish them off. They've still got a little bit left, but... Yeah, it's enough for the sisters to finish them off. Okay, the Canoness is fairly tanky. We'll go ahead and have her forge on ahead. Oh, hey, we've got another Holy Site. Don't mind if I do. Which, let's go ahead, now that I'm looking at it. Let's keep the Sisters of Pencha somewhere somewhat safe. Oh, Kroot Hounds. I hate Kroot Hounds. Well, I don't really hate them. They're not one of the really bad barbs to run into, but they are annoying when you have a lot of Sisters of Pencha, because Sisters of Pencha aren't going to do too well against them. So we should probably have a couple Battle Sisters ready to somewhat... There's no such thing as Overwatch, but at the very least cover the Sisters of Pencha's rear. Okay, we may want to go ahead and bust out Sacral Vigor just to heal the Exorcist up a little bit. It's gonna take a while, though. Sheesh. Okay, the Hospitalier has finally claimed the Holy Site and taken a turn off the time needed to research Sanctuary Fortress. That's good to see. The Canoness can go ahead and take a shot at the Castellan robot, and apparently he has so little health that the Canoness will be able to finish him off by herself. With her one itty-bitty little machine gun. There goes Mr. Castellan. Oh, hey, St. Celestine leveled up. That's always good. Let's see, we can upgrade her healing, or we can upgrade the morale boost for nearby units. We'll go with healing. Okay, the Immolator. Let's see, we've got another Holy Site. Gonna need to hit this. Oh, that's where the Eldar city is. We now are aware. Good to know. That may be the only city they've got, going by the amount of webway gates I've seen claimed that haven't actually been building on them. Let's see, here in Sternsport, we probably want to put in another population cap building just to get out ahead of that problem in the future, so let me deal with that. We'll end the turn, and next turn we'll be able to expand the main city out to 3-tile radius. Okay, oh, this is a lot of Kroot Hounds. They are going to whittle the sisters down really quickly. Oh, they might be able to kill them. I think it's going to kill. Alright, well, I don't think that was a particularly important... Oh, that was a level 5 sisters unit. That's a bit annoying, but, that's just how it is with the Kroot Hounds. You just gotta accept it. No point mauling about it. Okay, now I need to hit the Recruit Hounds with everything I have. They must go. Let's see here. Let's move the Canoness up, but we'll have others move up after her. Okay, can the Saint Celestine not move in to finish them off just this turn? Let's see. We'll let the Sisters of Pencha get their hit in. Now, that should open up Zone of Control. No? Okay, we can move the Saint Celestine in for her to finish off a set of Recruit Hounds as well. And can anyone else move in and do some damage to these doggos? Yeah, we can probably not finish them off, but we can do some good damage here. Let's see, we'll move these sisters in, have them claim that outpost, and have them claim that old one artifact. More damage, don't mind if I do. And I'll take this Rune of Vol off the Eldar. Now, let's see here. What was I intent on? I wanted to have the Canoness take some shots here. And... oh, the Passion is a buff to all nearby friendly units. How about that? That's probably quite good for the Sisters of Pencha. I probably should have been using that earlier. Yeah, well. And will we be able to finish off all of the Recruit Hounds? No, it does not look like that's the case. One of them will get away. And when I say get away, I mean he is really going to get away, because Kroot can run the space of the map in a few turns, so he'll be somewhere on the other side of the planet by the time I find him again. That, or he'll magically appear the next time I have a wounded unit somewhere, anywhere. Just, they got a nose for it. You know, they do look like dogs, after all. Let's see, let's go ahead and tear up this wireweed, get it out of here. Make our travel a bit easier for this Hospitalier and the Sisters. Gonna go ahead and separate them. There's no barbarians down here. Oh, no, there's another holy site. Oh! I'm just gonna have to build another Hospitalier to do this. Probably an immolator to transport them. Let's go ahead and order that in Sternsport. We're gonna order another immolator, and we're gonna order another Hospitalier. We should set up more Legatines priorities for that. But, I'm busy building other things. Alright, we got population cap. We could use more loyalty, but at the moment, let's see. What does Legatine priorities produce? Influence and loyalty. Well, we don't really want that taking up a tile that's being used for anything else. What the? This grassland provides no resource boosts. Why? Okay, I guess I just have to live with whatever that deal is, sure. So I'll do that, and I'll probably put some useless buildings down on that tile like the Legatine priorities. Do Sisters just not... does Requisition as a resource just not get any boosts from grassland tiles? Regular grasslands? No, it doesn't. Oh, I thought that the Requisition got the same boosts that food did, but apparently it doesn't. Huh, how about that? Okay, let's see. For our next set of research, let's see. Ministorm Mobilization. That sounds really good. Let's see, the rest of it is Shield of Faith for the stuff produced from the airport. Vehicles allow units with broken morale to still perform their special abilities. Hammer of Wrath for my big robots, and also Saint Celestine, and the Zephyrim. Hey, that's not bad. A flying unit built to hit grounded units, and increases morale loss reduction from watching a friendly unit die. We'll go for probably Hammer of Wrath after Ministorm Mobilization. Then maybe Universal Catechism will come back to later, because that does sound quite good. What is Vengeful Spirit? Oh! Oh, that seems quite good, yes. Does it just return all... hang on, does that return all of the damage? That can't be right. Hang on, is that in the Civilopedia? Hang on. Traits? Is that under traits? Oh, boy. Let's go ahead and look at what the name of the trait is. Vengeful Spirit. Okay, we're going to look at that in the traits, maybe? I'm doubtful it's there. It doesn't seem like where you'd put army-wide abilities. Let's see. Vengeful Spirit. Up. Yep, there it is. 17, returns 17% of damage. Okay, that's a little bit less crazy than what I was expecting. Let's go ahead and close this entry in the Civilopedia so I don't have to worry about it if I need to come and check for anything else later. Oh, the Kroot Hounds are dedicating themselves to getting the kill. Oh, they actually weren't able to take out the Sisters Repentia unit in one turn. I could have swore that and at some point in the past when I was playing this, I saw a unit of Sisters Repentia get entirely wiped out by Croot Hounds. Maybe I'm losing it. Okay, well, either which way, we can go ahead and do bunches of damage to these guys. And go ahead and wipe them out. Excellent. We'll probably use Sacral Vigor in a little bit on those Sisters Repentia. But let's wait for a little bit because we do have some units that are exploring the Fog of War. Just in case they run into anything nasty that does a fair bit of damage to them. Okay. Let's see. These Hospitalier are going to have to move all the way back. Yikes. Whatever, I guess. So go ahead and hit that holy site. I just need to be on the lookout for holy sites. I've been ignoring them most of the time because I'm used to playing all the other races of the game, for whom the holy sites don't really matter. But as the sisters, you should keep a lookout because they are quite good. Let's see. Okay, against Ambles, the Castigator's going to want to use the armor-piercing tank shot. Good to know. And some maniac is out there revving his motorcycle like crazy. Some kind of crotch rocket, it sounded like. Good for him, I guess. I don't get the appeal entirely. Let's see here. Yeah, just do a little bit of damage. Doesn't matter. Oh, the St. Celestine hasn't been moved yet. Well, in that case, we can go ahead and bust out Falshoe's Wing. Oh, it costs 160... Oh, no, it doesn't cost 160 to use it. Okay, I was about to say, that'd be crazy. Well, would it? I don't know. I need to actually pay attention. I didn't notice it's even listed a cost until I just used it right then, so I didn't see if it actually lost me any money. Okay, I would like another Legatine Priori. Do we want more Battle Chapels and Anointed Hangers as well? Probably. Probably going to need to look into Ecclesiarchal Reinforcements as well. But first things first, let's go for Legatine Priori so I can get more Hospitaliers out there. Sheesh, they healed that quickly. These dogs are crazy. Okay, we got more Ambles coming in, doing remarkably little damage. Now, let's see, over here. Oh, I forgot to use Sacral Vigor last turn. Oh, that's annoying. I'll remember to use it this turn. Okay, can we continue exploring what's going on up here? Now, let's just go this way. Yeah, it gives more of a advantage point. And let's have the Hospitaliers move, and since they aren't using any action this turn, no, it would be silly for me to just tear up landscaping just for the sake of tearing it up. If you want to do that a bunch, you should just play Tyranids. Let's see. St. Celestine can go ahead and nuke one unit of the Croot Hounds by herself, so we'll let her. And then we'll have everyone else in the army tear the Croot Hounds down very slowly. And the Croot Hounds are already at 0 morale, so they die immediately. Okay. Go ahead and take a few of these outposts. I believe I had several of these in the past, actually. Let's see, who is left that needs orders? A single unit of sisters who are not going to do anything. And the Immolator that I sent around stealing Eldar outposts. That's right. So we've got a couple more to steal here. Oh, well, the Zephyrum's going to get to these. I shouldn't have moved here. Yeah, well, we'll go ahead and pop Sacral Vigor. There we go. Heal the Sisters of Battle that are up here, and heal the Sisters of Pentia over here. Wow, that is crazy good healing. Oh, no, wait, these are the Sisters of Pentia that were wounded. Right, yeah, that's a little less impressive, but still pretty good. Yeah, we're working on loyalty in our minor cities, and then in the major city, we're still working on Legatine Priori, which will be done in a turn. We're getting quite close to the final tier of the research tree, which is going to be a big boost for loyalty. And whenever you get to that big end game Loyalty boost, that's always good for your whole faction. Alright, we've got here some Vespids. Hate the Vespids. Don't like them. Actually, I quite like the Vespids. I think they're cool guys. But they're annoying when you're playing as a unit that's already devoted to having lots of armor. Such as the Sisters, or the Space Marines, or the Necrons, or Chaos. Who else is really heavy on armor? Who else? There's somebody I'm forgetting. Mechanicus is pretty big on armor. That is definitely the case there. Okay, let's keep moving around, stealing outposts. Ah, there's the runaway Ambuls. Oh no, an Enslaver. Can the Enslaver enslave a vehicle? I hope not. Well, let's do a lot of damage to him and hope that scares him off. Oh, Ambuls have health regen, don't they? I forgot about that. I just now... Yeah, they regen 2 health a turn no matter what, regardless of circumstance. Forgot about that. It's kind of a neat ability. How many units have that are actually, like, buildable by the playable races? How many playable units have that, I wonder? It can't be many. Okay, these Sisters are going to move up and take that Shard of All. No, Ruins of All. It's Ruins of All when it's the Pyramid. We're going to go ahead and pop Sacral Vigor again to heal the Sisters of Pentia, because I can't be bothered to send a Sisters Hospitalier up there just yet. Dominican Repose is finally in the green for loyalty. I don't expect that will keep. But for now, we can go ahead and prioritize putting another influence building in. So we will do just that. I should probably be going more nuts with the sacred rites once I get them out, because I have a lot of influence. I could probably stand to go a bit more nuts with the heroes and buying items on them, honestly. Alright, here in Sternsport, we've got ourselves a Immolator. We probably want to look into more Castigators and Exorcists soon. We may want to load up. This sounds kind of absurd to think of as a plan, but I'm kind of liking it in my head. I'm kind of thinking about just loading up a bunch of Immolators with Sisters of Pentia. Which would be absurd. To just have a bunch of cans full of naked ladies with chainsaws pouring forth onto my opponent's cities. But the absurdity is part of what makes it appealing. The Sisters of Pentia really feel like they make the Sisters of Battle a fun faction to play in the early game. Otherwise, like, it's not until the mid to late game you start getting into the stuff that makes the Sisters crazy. The stuff like St. Celestine and the Sacred Rites and the crazier, heavier units. But in the early game, when you get Sisters of Pentia, they just seem so good for what they can. Like, as a great glass cannon unit, if you use them correctly and let something else take the initial Overwatch shots instead of them. Okay, let's see. Really, it's the vehicle Sisters of Pentia combo that's super strong. Okay, we got another Legatine Priori in, which means Hospitaliers now take 3 turns instead of 6. And, my god, could you imagine if you could build multiple St. Celestines? And the Canoness, do I want another Canoness? Not just now. I need to be going backwards after I hit Tier 3, though, and getting the rest of the heroes, because I'm sure that I missed some really good heroes. I'm sure that at least one of them has some kind of economic property that's really important that I skipped over. Okay, let's see here. We do have... Probably want to put in another loyalty building, as always. You can never go wrong with more loyalty. More requisition doesn't sound bad either, so we might want to leave that spot open. More influence. We're putting influence in the Dominican Repose. So what I'm going to go for here so that I can put more units on the board is I'm going to go for more influence. Which, let's see, right here, yes, I saw this tile. This tile seemed monstrous for requisition, so I'll be taking it. And I'll be putting a couple requisition buildings on it. Okay, who else needs anything? Nope, okay. Ciborium Elegantia will next turn need another build order. But we'll deal with that when we get there. Alright, these Vespids are going to move in. They're shooting for... Are they shooting for my... They're apparently just not shooting for anything. They're not... Okay, they are going to take some shots at the Exorcist. Which they could probably do... that's not a very good amount of damage, really. Oh, hey, Psychnuins. Psychnoins. Psychnuians. P-S-Y-C-H-N-E-U-E-I-N. Psychnuins. I'm sure that the way you pronounce that differs for every language. That is a language cesspool of a name. That is an inspired choice. Oh no, the Sisters of Pencha can't hit them because they're flying. Oh, that's annoying. Makes sense, but it's annoying. Okay, let's go ahead and wipe out these Vespids up here. Okay, there was another unit of Vespids. It has run off somewhere else. The St. Celestine will go ahead and be hitting, yeah, the Webway Gate, and she'll have some Battle Sisters moving up with her, who will finish the Webway Gate off. Now, let's see. Who here? Let's see. The Psychnuins. Both Psychnuins have their silly little Space Slip ability active, which is just reduces all incoming damage by 50%, just flatly, out of question. They don't even have to work for it. But that's how barbs work. That's, you know, they're supposed to each throw a different challenge at you. Okay, let's see. In that case, we probably want to focus down these particular Psychnuins then while we can. And... oh, we could get rid of the invulnerability save using the Canoness's ability. We'll save that for the other Psychnuin now, I guess. Let's see, the bolt does nothing, okay. The bolt that she gets, the silver stake from her crossbow, is such an odd ability. I get that it's supposed to be thematic and get across the whole Sisters of Battles being prejudiced against wizards thing, but still just odd from a gameplay design perspective. Okay, what have we got here? We have an Old One artifact. I will take it. There's been a lot of Old One artifacts that boost damage on the map. I've noticed that. How did I get energy from killing an enslaver? We're not Eldar. Killing things and dying things does not bring in energy. That was weird. Killing things and dying things. I'm putting together new phrases here, folks. Let us see. Yes, we'll be cleaning up the remaining outposts on the board. What is going on in this northwest, sector here? Because whoever is up here is thoroughly pinned in and not really doing anything? Oh, hey, is Oathhide Jerkin. I'll take it. Jerkin. That's a word that the folks at Games Workshop are real fond of. Never in my life as a American citizen, born and raised in America, have I heard someone use the word jerkin to describe a clothing item. But in Warhammer, it is constantly used to describe clothing items, and it's so strange. One of these days, I should actually look up what a jerkin would look like in real life, because I'm just so used to just being used to describe a shirt or jacket of some kind in Warhammer, and I've never actually looked up what it's supposed to represent. Which is more on me than it is on anyone else. Let's see, we want to put in some requisition buildings there in Sternsport. Let's see, and Ciborium Elegantia is ready to put in another loyalty building so we can get them in the green. Excellent. Oh, Umbra's great. Oh, hey, there's those Ambles. Doing no damage. Probably gonna pop Sacral Vigor. Heal up the Sisters. There. And also, we had another wounded unit somewhere, didn't we? No, I'm sure we've had several. Oh no, the Psychnuin have disappeared. That's not great. Them and the Kroot Hounds, I'll find them hiding on the other corner of the map. Oh, there they are. Well, they've kind of hidden outside of my reach. That's annoying. Let's see. These Umbra, we probably want Celestine to deal with, because she's got an absurd amount of buffs that will make it where... oh my god, we have 5 Old One artifacts that are increasing damage. What? That seems a bit crazy, doesn't it? That doesn't seem right. That is an unnatural, RNG roll there, for that to happen. It should be more varied than that. There should be more Siren Casters and other things on the map, rather than just 8 million damage boosting items. Old One artifacts, there you go. Okay, we've run into a second small Eldar city, though this one looks pretty humble. Okay, we got the temporary shield. Right, well, a temporary shield I can't see being too useful on the St. Celestine. I doubt I'd remind myself to even use it. Probably want to put it on the Canoness instead. There we go. Let's see, who's left that needs moves? Oh, yeah, the Zephyrim, who don't really have much left to do. Yeah, they can take this outpost, though. Okay, we got some Hospitaliers. We wanted to load them up into an immolator and have it just stroll around the map collecting holy sites. Let's see, what holy sites were there that I wanted to take? I feel like there was one about here. Well, whatever holy site we have there, we can take. Oh, we just took it with that Hospitalier. So that Hospitalier can go up north and take that one. In that case, probably what we want is we want to take this immolator up towards the Eldar cities so that this Hospitalier can support whatever invasion force we get going there. I haven't got a notification of any players dying other than the Necrons that I killed myself. So I don't understand what is going on here. Like, it really must be there is some guard player that is stuck on a little island with a singular, like, peninsula, a little land bridge connecting it to the rest of the map, and that land bridge is held by the Eldar. That must be what's happened, because that happens all the damn time. And it always results in one of the AIs just ending up being a complete pushover. Let's see here. It is, like, it's something charming about Gladius's, the way Gladius is built, that it can be oftentimes a 50-50 split of the game throws something incredibly difficult at you, or the game throws a complete softball game at you. Even without changing the difficulty or any of the settings, just because that's how the map generation works, and that's how sometimes the AI setups work. And naturally, some of the AIs are just going to be more threatening than others. The Imperial Guard is not really underpowered, but they're a bit of an ugly duckling who kind of start off weak and have to build up to be strong. Whereas, for instance, the Necrons start off strong and stay strong more or less the entire game. The AI is probably going to louse up the first few turns of any strategy game. And those are the most important turns of any strategy game. So, for the Necrons, it doesn't matter so much that they louse up the starting turns, because the starting turns aren't so bad for them. For the Guard, if you louse up the starting turns, you may just never get there, so to speak. Alright. Let's see, we've got plenty of requisition coming out now. That's good to see. Nothing needs to be ordered in the cities. Let's see, let's go ahead and order Sacral Vigor. Boom. Okay, the Hospitaliers, we will need to be shipping up there to take that Imperial Ruin holy site. Oh, the city of Sternsport does need something ordered. They want another set of heroes. We will hold off on that just for the moment. What was the level 6 ability? What was the level 6 ability of the Canoness again? It was to make it a one unit take 33% more damage, wasn't it? That's probably pretty good for sieges if she can use that debuff on cities. I might, yeah, have her hang out here, buy some items from the Jakero shop, and then load up in the immolator with the Sisters of Pentia once I set that loop up. Which, if I want to start going really nuts with hero building and putting in loads of the Sacred Rites, I'm going to need to start up a even more effective influence economy than what I've got now. Okay, we have Ministorm mobilization. Let's wipe out this Amble, get him out of here. Move the Castigator over. Probably not much left on this other map we can really take here. Let's see, over here in the west. Move St. Celestine first, as always. She's just so good for that. Oh, the Umbras are flying, that's right. So the St. Celestine is actually going to do very little damage to them. However, they don't do much damage to her either, so it just kind of goes back and forth. In that case, I'll let St. Celestine deal with this herself for a minute. No, let's set up some Sisters units here. Let's set up the Exorcist here. The Exorcist will be able to help. Sisters of Pentia need to stay out of this corner of the map, though. It's only bad news for them. Which, let's have the rest of our force over here push to the east. Maybe start working down these Eldar cities. I don't see how the map could have built to really make the Eldar push in the last player. I'm curious how this worked. Okay, I'm going to make a really bold play. I'm going to take the Immolator into the borders of this city, Xamanth. Do the Eldar not have the ability to shoot with their city? If they do, they apparently do, but they're not using it. That's curious. Go ahead and take some free shots. And then what we're going to do is we're going to dump out the two Sisters of Repentia we got in here. Either one of whom will probably die on the next turn to whatever city defenses the city has. But it doesn't really matter. I'm going to have them pray for the Solace and Anguish ability so they take less damage. Not too shabby. And then they are both going to just throw themselves at the city center. Yeah, with that Solace and Anguish ability, they can kind of just do this hit and run tactic without caring. Who's left that needs orders? This Retributors? No. Let's see. Ah, yes, these Zephyrim I was still needing to wrap up the last of the Eldar outposts with. Now, looking at the mini-map, I see one more Eldar outpost I need to hit right here. Okay. Okay, this Immolator that's packing this Hospitalier, we're going to want to send them up here, dump the Hospitalier there to get the Holy Site, and then pack the Hospitalier back in to join in on the siege of the Eldar cities. The Immolator... Okay, I thought I was being told to skip a unit. I don't know what the deal was there. Oh, it was another Immolator. I see. Well, let's go ahead and set him to sit still for a minute until we have people to load for a long haul. Let's see here. Stern's Port. Excellent. We can order another vehicle. We'll order another Immolator to load up more dudes. Or more chicks, in this case, rather. Okay, right, Minstorm Mobilization. We got that research. Let's go for the Hammer of Wrath next. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to... I don't think we really need Sacral Vigor this turn anyways. Why did the cost go down for the Sacred Rites? I researched Ritualized Ceremonies. When did I do that? Oh, I did that a while ago. Okay, never mind. I'm just dumb. Let's see. Yes, the Minstorm Mobilization. Plus 20% requisitions income. Oh. Whew. Well, I mean, it's not going to help with any that's coming from outposts. But how many outposts do I even have that are generating requisition? Yeah, let's go ahead and see. Is that going to kick in this turn or the next turn? This turn. Good to see it. Okay, and that can be applied once every turn? Really? So it's a choice I get to make every turn of what I want to prioritize. Fascinating. Okay. That seems nuts. Let's see. The city of Zamath is prioritizing the Immolator instead of the Sisters Repentia. How about that? Meanwhile, the Umbra's moving up to hit Saint Celestine. There we go. Not Sister Celestine. Saint Celestine. And the Saint Celestine is not going to care because I have just stacked such absurd quantities of healing on her. Is she going to heal back to full just from hitting this one Umbra? No, because that is only melee lifesteal. Interesting. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and finish off that Umbra. And can we get the Exorcist into a spot where he can provide supporting fire to the other Umbras? Yes, and he can wipe out that Umbra, which will annihilate the loyalty, the morale of the remaining Umbra. Love to see it. Okay. Now, what we have going on here, up here, is we now have a choice. Because the Immolator, if it takes another shot from the city of Zamath, will die. So, do I want to fully commit these Sisters Repentia and risk losing them? No, I don't think we do. We'll live on to fight another day. And the Immolator will run on down to meet the incoming... Well, the Sister Hospitalier inside this Immolator can probably only heal infantry. Yes, she can only heal infantry. Do we not have a unit that can heal vehicles in this army? Probably not. The Sisters were never really meant to be a vehicle-heavy army anyways, to my understanding. Okay, Stern's Port has finished a Sisters Repentia. We need to get another Battle Chapel going, because we're going to be producing infantry at a considerable rate here. So let's go ahead and get to work on that, yeah. Yeah, we'll get a Battle Chapel going. Meanwhile, the city of Dominican Repose has finished up their third influence building. So we will get them to work on another. The loyalty is not super great, though. Probably want to hit that first, yeah. Now, let's see here. Yep, the Zephyrim. Loyalty's never the bad choice. Even if you overdo it on loyalty, it doesn't really matter. Because the loyalty, no matter what, even if you're not worried about it hurting your build time anymore, it still increases the resource output. This castigator can probably do quite a bit of work to the cities on its own, can't it? It's a good question. Oh, right, this webway gate to tear down. Excellent. Okay, we have this unit of sisters. How much damage could they really do to the city? It's not bad. Yeah, we'll move them into the city to start to whittle it down a little bit more so it can't just heal back to full next turn. But they will take quite a bit of damage in return. Now, let's see here. Right, these Hospitaliers, move them up, and they will take that Holy Site, take a turn off of the research for Hammer of Wrath. No, not even that much. Yeah, it makes sense that the Holy Sites are less valuable as the game goes on. Okay, now let's see, do I want to prioritize Sacral Vigor or Ministorum Mobilization? I don't need money that bad, and the ability to heal up the Immolator would be nice, but the Immolator is a vehicle, so naturally it's not going to heal very quickly. Or rather, it will heal at the same rate everyone else does, but it's got so much health it'll take forever for it to heal back to full. So... yeah, there's not really anyone else in the army that needs healing anyway, so I'm going to go for Ministorum Mobilization. There we go. Okay, the Umbra has moved to try and hit the more vulnerable sisters instead. That does make sense. Oh, and they are apparently very vulnerable. Let's see, we might want to go ahead and bust out Sacral Vigor on this one then. Oh, well. No, apparently we're cool. We'll have these sisters just heal. Oh, apparently I got an achievement for that. Anyways, let's see. Oh, hey, St. Celestine leveled up. Let's see. Oh, she's at level 9 out of 10. She really only has, like, a couple things to invest into at this point. Let's see, is there anything up here in the Fog War we didn't explore? I'm willing to bet not, but I'll look up there anyways. Okay, let's see. Let's move the Retributors up. How much damage can the Retributors do? Oh, the Retributors can hit from there. But... is there anything like... let's move to here, because it seems like... no, okay, it doesn't affect the amount of damage they put out. Okay, good to know. The Sisters Repentia, we will have move in, Solace and Anguish Prayer, and they will hit the city. There we go. Now, it's gotta really hurt for the Eldar losing a city, because they can't get the cities back. Like, anyone else, they can refound the city. The Eldar, no. Once you start a city, if that city falls, it's not coming back. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and bust out Sacral Vigor on this one, I think. Just to heal up everybody that took all those little bits of damage. And let's finish off this webway gate, then we'll have these sisters push on down and take that relay pipe. The Castigator, we don't want it going on the Eldar city just yet. It could use a bit of support. Who's left that needs orders? These Zephyrim, right. Well, these Zephyrim don't really have anything to do. We could go ahead and have them jump just to save time, sure. Who else needs orders? This Immolator packing a Hospitalier. And speaking of Hospitaliers, they are going to need to move over here to the west. I won't bother giving them orders turn after turn. I'm just going to let them drive themselves. This Sisters unit, who is still trapped way back here because I left them as the bodyguard for the Hospitalier, kind of unnecessarily. We've got Canoness to load up into this Immolator with a Sisters Repentia, and we will now send them on up. This Immolator will hang out here until it is full. Do we want to order another Immolator? Probably not. An Exorcist sounds good. I like Exorcists. Let's see, do I want to get any more Hospitaliers? I don't really need any more cities. And the Holy Sites aren't hugely beneficial. I'm about to have one Hospitalier there to heal the front line, and I doubt I'll need much more. So I'll put the hero building to sleep until I get the research for the remaining hero types. And let's see. Yeah, I guess that's all I got to do. And with that, let's see. Let's pop the Sacral Vigor just to heal everybody up a little bit. Make my life a little bit easier. And with that, I will be calling it here. as I believe this has gone on for a little bit over an hour, maybe a lot bit over an hour. So, I will see you next time, I guess? Yeah, just whatever outro I'm trying to say while sleep deprived. That's what I'm going to go with. I'll see you later. Bye. Sleep is important.